Hello everyone! Today's book is The Princess in Black and the BathTime Battle. Now let's read. Chapter 1. Princess Magnolia was in the castle kitchen designing a bridge. She placed cups upside down for supports. She balanced spoons and forks on top. She held her breath, but they all tumbled down. Too many forks and not enough supports. She would have to start over. Well, that stinks, said Princess Magnolia. Just then, an alarming smell floated through the window. Princess Magnolia stuck out her tongue. No, she said, that stinks. She checked her glitter stone ring. It wasn't ringing. No monster alarm, just an alarming smell. This smelled like a problem for the princess in black. A few minutes later, the princess in black and Blackie were galloping away from the castle. Do you smell it too, Blackie? She asked. Blackie sneezed. He must definitely smelled it, and he'd prefer to never smell it again. They followed a door all the way to the goat pasture. The goats were ganging. The goats were gasping. A squirrel was turning green. I'm glad you've come, said the goat avenger. We've got trouble. It sure smells like trouble, said the princess in black. The goat avenger kicked the cloud of stitch. We can't battle it, princess in black. She punched the cloud of stick. Our ninja moves do nothing, Goat Avenger. Yeah, the Goat Avenger shouted. He kicked the stink harder. His foot passed through it. He fell on his bum. Blackie knitted. He swished his tail. Great idea, Blackie, said the princess in black. She opened her fan. She fanned her fan at the smell. It's working, said the Goat Avenger. The stitch floated away to the south. At last, the pasture air was stink-free. The goats cheered. The princess in black and the Goat Avenger had saved the day. Chapter 2. Princess Snapdragon was trimming the bushes in a garden. She loved the sunny spot. She relished a blooming sense. She savored the scent of flowers. Suddenly, a stink blew into the garden. The roses sagged and the lilacs curled up. The bluebells turned green. Her pet dragon, Moon Whistle, crouched behind the buttercups. She covered her snout. Oh, Moon Whistle, said Princess Snapdragon, this odor is alarming. I wish I could make it go away. Moon Whistle hopped up. She pointed a wing at the garden shed, where they kept their secret disguises. You're right, Moon Whistle, said Princess Snapdragon. We've prepared for this day. It's time at last. Together they flew into the shed. When they flew out, they were no longer Princess Snapdragon and Moon Whistle the dragon. They followed the stitch out of their kingdom. They followed the stink right into the goat pasture. Wow, said the Good Avenger. Another masked hero. It is I, Flower Girl, said Flower Girl. She chose a handful of rose petals. It was a nice touch. And this is my faithful companion, Horsefly, the Pegasus. Oh, it's nice to meet another hero, said the princess in black. She was out of breath from all the fainting. Princess in black, said Flower Girl, you're fanning that horrible smell to the south, and to the south is Principal Snapdragon's kingdom. Oh no, that stings, said the princess in black. It certainly does, said the Good Avenger, wrinkling his nose. Perhaps we can chase the smell away with flowers, said Flower Girl. Horsefly landed on the grass, and Flower Girl handed out bouquets of roses. The heroes, and animals bedded their bouquets at the stink. It slithered away for the west. Now the day was saved thanks to the three heroes and their faithful companions. Chapter 3. Princess Honeysuckle was dancing in her courtyard. She loved a flying leap. She released a low crunch. She savored the joy of the music. Suddenly, she heard cries of her alarm. Fursuit, what's happening? She asked her pet wolf. Fursuit whined. In the courtyard trees, the songbirds were gasping. The songbirds were ganging. A bluebird turned green. What a horrible stench, said Princess Honeysuckle. Farshoot, I think it might be time. Farshoot smiled a wolf smile. The princess and wolf sneaked into the gazebo. They put on disguises. Then they rode straight to the goat pasture. It is I, Cartwheel Queen. Cartwheel Queen did a cartwheel. It was a very good cartwheel. And this isn't a wolf. This is my dog. His name is Good Boy. Good Boy barked. It was a pretty good bark. Always nice to meet a new hero, said the princess in black. We followed a terrible adorer of all the way from Princess Honeysuckle's kingdom in the west, said Cartwheel Queen. Do you know where it's coming from? The three heroes smiled sheepishly. The goat smiled goatishly. We must have sent it there, said Flower Girl. How to get rid of this smell? Asked Cartwheel Crane. She did another cartwheel. Cartwheels help her to think. Your cartwheel has given me an idea, said the Good Avenger. Cartwheel Queen helped him finish the goat's summer fan. They set it by the hall to Monsterland and pointed it up. The fan's blades spun as fast as a cartwheel. The wind from the fan pushed the stink into the clouds. And now, at last, the day was saved thanks to four brave heroes and their fearless companions. Chapter 4. Princess Orchild was trying out the new zip wire she'd built in the village playground. She loved a good whoosh. She relished a thrilling ride. She savored the swooshing of the wind, but then she dipped right through a cloud of stink. Ah, said Princess Orchild, falling down. All around her, children were ganging. Children were gasping. One boy turned green. It was the smelliest smell anyone had ever smelled. Help, said a little girl. It's so gross. The smell, said a little boy, falling to his knees. The smell. I'll fix this, said Princess Orchild, somehow. Princess Orchild zipped back to her castle. Not a moose, Princess Orchild called out to her reindeer, who was not a moose. Not a moose followed her into the workshop. Princess Orchild whispered into her four-tipped ear, "This time, the time has come." Not a moose nodded. She slipped socks shaped like bunny ears over her antlers. They spotted the stinky trail going up into the clouds. It came down again at the goat pasture, where the whole bunch of heroes were standing around a hall and a fan. "It is I, Miss Fixit," said Miss Fixit, "and this is my faithful companion, Doom Rabbit the Bunny." Doom Rabbit nodded. Her sock ears flopped up and down. "I guess you've come from the north," said Cartwheel Crane, "where they were a horrible smell," said the Good Avenger. "And you've come to stop it?" said the Princess in Black. "Yes, exactly," said Miss Fixit. "We tried to push the stink up," said Flower Girl. "What goes up must come down," said Miss fix it, and it came down uh into Princess Orchild's kingdom. The Goat Avenger turned off the fan, and the stink settled on a goat pasture once again. The goats whimpered. One fell over with its hoo- hooves in the air. If it was a monster, I don't know what to do, said the princess in black. But how do you fight a stink? Chapter 5. Down in Monsterland, the monsters were growing. The monsters were gripping. A blue monster turned turquoise, all because of one extremely stinky monster. Usually, monsters enjoy a good stink. They like the moldy, dark corners of caves. They enjoyed rotten fruit. Above all, they adored the odor of goats. But the stinky monster was too much. Rotten fruit smooshed between its toes. Rubbish clung to its back. Who knew what that stuff was on its head? There was even a tiny monster tangled in its flatty fur. It'd been stuck there since last week. Two big-nosed monsters could not stand in anywhere anymore. They flung it up their noses. They grabbed the stinky monster and they jumped up right out of Monsterland. The big-nosed monsters dropped a stinky monster in a goat pasture. They whipped their paws on the grass and they didn't even try to eat goats. They just jumped back into Monsterland as fast as they could go away from the stinky monster. Okay, that's end for today's story, guys. And thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.